Hi, this is Annalena at Neverwinter for Noobs. Welcome to our guide on the Siege of Neverwinter. Today I'm going to take you around all of the daily quests and heroic encounters, the profession and stronghold quests for defence supplies, and the best things to buy from the vendor. Now this year's Siege will probably differ from the upcoming repeats of the event next year, as there is a rework of it planned. So, we hope you enjoy the guide, and if you've got any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. So this is the camp area in the Siege battlefield map. We're going to go ahead and take the daily quest, the Siege of Neverwinter. As you can see, it gives us various different things: experience, currency for the campaign, and there's also a full explanation of how everything works. If you want to pause that, give that a read. I'm sure you can go to the campfire yourself and have a look. It's well worth reading, very valuable information. So this is the event vendor, 2 tabs to their store, different things available here. Epic mounts, Siegebreaker Griffin, very good for Wondrous Fortune. We have a blue mount, the Neverember Guard Archer, very good for clerics, and various packs as well. You can also use your daily writ of commendations that you earn from the quest to get back trophies, which contain dragon insignias for the 2nd tab. There's the Scavengers pack, again you can see what's there if you want to pause the video. There's also the Neverwinter Defenders pack, which is a very good thing to have if you're wanting an epic companion. And then last but not least, there is a Stronghold pack, which contains vouchers, things like that for your guild. Very, very good for people who are still building their guilds, and very good for influence vouchers too. We also have the 2nd tab here, where you can spend your dragon insignias, your cult bounty. We've got everything from a little pocket potion horn, to fashion, to overloads, and also refinement points that you can earn, or even just basic enchants with the Draconic and the Quartermaster's enchantments. Out of these, there are overloads for damage. Probably the best one out of these would be the White Dragon Glyph, and that would be good for healers. So go ahead and check those out. So now we're going to take a look around the map. We need 2 HEs, but in the meantime of waiting for those heroics to spawn, we're going to go and kill some mobs. Now you'll see quite a lot of people just running around killing mobs willy-nilly around here, and that is because they drop vouchers and they drop Dragon Hawk offers. So we're just going to go ahead, kill a few of these mobs and see what we can drop. Hopefully we will get some. There we go. So that's our first drop. We have a Dragon Hawk offer. Good for Tyranny of Dragons campaign. They also sell very well for AD. Let's see if we can get some vouchers now, shall we? And there we go, 1 influence voucher. So you just run round and round and round. Some people go clockwise, some people go anti-clockwise. You will learn where the enemies spawn. Some guilds have contests as well for earning the most vouchers. Our alliance at the moment is running the contest for this. The person with the most vouchers wins a very, very good prize. But in the interim, we're just going to go and kill some more. Also, another thing to note while you are farming vouchers around here, just killing these mobs, ranged tunes seem to be better. You will hit the enemies from much further away. You will beat other people to killing these mobs. Not that I am condoning you stealing people's kills, but when you have instances that are full of people and you're struggling to get to these enemies, it is first come, first serve. People seem to ignore any etiquette that exists when doing this. So if you have a ranged tune, get that on. You will do a lot better with it and get those kills much quicker. So here's our first heroic encounter, just spawned Draconic Advisor. There are 2 dragons among the HEs that you can complete here. Basically, it's just like you would in any other area, in Neverdeath, in Dragonflight. You go to the dragon and you kill it. So here we go. And there we have it, 1 dead dragon. Now, to make these heroic encounters count for your daily quest, remember you need 2 of them. You must claim the rewards from the top right of your screen. You can get Dragon Hawk offers, you will get some Dragon Cult insignias. You can also drop some of the things from the vendor store, such as the Siege Breaker mount, and most importantly, you can drop defense supplies, which we'll cover a little bit later in the video. So here's the next of the HEs. This one's called Cult Invasion. There's a slightly different way to doing these. You might see in the chat box people saying don't kill the bosses. There is a reason for that. As we covered before, these mobs drop enemies. On one side where they spawn, this side where everyone is just now, some point later on when we've filled all the requirements on the right side, a Cult Invasion boss will basically spawn and you have to kill him. Now if you kill him, the mobs here on the left hand side will stop spawning. So you will see people just concentrating on one side rather than the other and possibly leaving the boss alone. There are other instances where they just go ahead and kill the boss, get the encounters out of the way, and carry on running around and killing the mobs. But if you see that in the chat box, that's why people can sometimes complain about it. So go ahead and just complete this HE and we'll move on to the next one. And here's the boss, the invasion leader. So everyone else is killing him, so we'll just go ahead and one-shot that dude. And that is it. Our 2 HEs are done for our daily quest. So remember, claim it from the top right hand side, and then we need to go and hand that in. So that's what we're going to do now. And now we're going to show you the rest of the HEs. As I said before, there were 2 dragons in here. There is the one at the top and there's the one in the bottom area. And this is the one in the bottom area. So just like before, rinse and repeat, get him dead as soon as you can. So here's the next of the HEs, just to walk you through the rest of them. This one's called Counterattack. Again, it's a similar premise to the last type of this one we did. There are 2 sides that you can kill enemies from. Remember again, if you want to drop more vouchers from the mobs, don't kill the mob boss. The mob boss here spawns on the left hand side, so most people tend to stand where I am now on the right hand side. So back over on the right hand side, this is where these enemies spawn. As I say, I'm moving side to side just to show you properly how it works, but the boss will spawn there as soon as we hit the requirements. You also get quite larger enemies over this side. They don't really drop anything extra that I've ever noticed. All the voucher drops are purely RNG, so it's cross your fingers and hope for the best. So here's the boss, the Cult General. We've gone ahead and we have killed him because there's just too many there not to really. Just remember, you don't have to kill the boss. If you're in a quiet instance, if you want more voucher drops, leave him alive as long as possible until you've got just a little bit of time left on your timer, which is on the right hand side, and then go ahead and kill him right at the end. So the next heroic encounter we have is Cult Assault. It takes place at the top end of the map in the medical camp. Again, 2 spawn points just like before on each end of the camp. If you get there and you are the first one there, you may find a lot of enemies inside this camp which you've got to clear first. But there are 2 spawn points, one of which we've just seen on the ramp at the other end, and the other one is just here where I'm stood now. This is also the same side that your boss will spawn at. So again, many people stand at the other side, leave this one alone and let them all run into the camp to get the most out of dropping the vouchers. So this is the last of the heroic encounters in the whole of Siege. This is called Cult Catapults. The premise behind this is easy. There is no boss. Instead, you have 4 catapults. You have mobs surrounding those catapults. Now, to be able to get the most out of killing the mobs for the vouchers again, the idea is kill the mobs, pull them away. I just throw my at-wills at them, whatever your lowest damage power is, and pull them all away. Once you kill all 4 catapults, the HE ends. So as I say, to get the most out of it, trigger the enemies, get them aggroed away from it, kill them away from the catapults. As you can see, while I'm pulling all the enemies away, there are other players here who are killing the catapults, so that's going to make it go quicker. If they're doing that, just carry on, kill the catapults. And that's all the HEs, that's the lot. So we're going to move on and show you a little secret, and then we'll show you the rest of Siege outside this area. There is a little bit more to it yet. So here's the little secret. If you're like me and you don't like running all over maps, here's a little shortcut to get back to the camp. Just head up into the medical camp right at the top of the map. You'll see a little square door, little mining hole, kind of. Just hit that. And it brings you straight back to the battlefront camp. Saves you running all over. So now we're back at camp. I am going to hand in the quest because I forgot to do it before, so go ahead and do that. As you say, we get daily currency to spend in the store. You also get some dragon sigils, cult secrets, things like that for the Tyranny of Dragon campaign. Okay, so now we're in the Strongholds because there is another quest here related to the Siege campaign. The quest is called Send Aid to Neverwinter, and you pick it up from one of the NPCs in the Stronghold. So we're going to head over and collect that. We basically have to travel around 10 Stronghold Guards. They will have diamonds above their head, which we'll show you as we travel around. And you have to collect up 5 of those, and you will get defense supplies as a reward. Okay, so if you don't mind my dragon doing a little bit of a moonwalk there for some reason, not sure why that is, here's the first of the Stronghold Guards. As I say, there will be 10 of them to travel around. Only 5 of them each day will have a diamond above their head to be able to interact with them to collect. So that was the second one. Here's the third, and the first of the ones we can collect today. On day 1 of you doing it, you will have a set 5 with the diamond above their head. On day 2, it will be the opposite 5 that have the diamonds. Let's head down the steps, just round the back of here. Here's another one. Again, not today. The next guard that we need to visit is just to the side of the Stronghold wall here, near the gemmonger. For the next one, head up this ramp. And as though you're going out the back of the Stronghold for the next one. And in true Neverwinter style, because there's always something outside of the blue circle as we know, carry on through the tunnel. And here's another one. The 8th one, back inside the Stronghold, and head out the door to the left. And he's just at the side of the sign for the Jubilee trader. And last but not least, up these stairs, and the 10th one is there. So just remember, they do change, they alternate each day. Day 1 you'll have a set 5, day 2 it will be the opposite 5. So we'll go and hand that in, and we'll go and collect our defence supplies. If you do this each day, you will amass defence supplies. Even if you don't do the profession, you will get some doing this. So make sure you do it, try and do it on all your tombs. So here we are in the workshop. There is a siege defence profession, as some of you already may know. You do need to have at least started your professions to be able to access this. You can use any of your workers, you can use any of your tools, or at the moment it's only accepting Masterworks and Worn tools. And there are various tasks you can do. You can use minor injury kits, and it will ask for 20 of those each time. You can buy those from vendor. I get mine from the Stronghold vendor. So you can do that repeatedly. You can also use different resources, injury kits, greater injury kits, portable altars. The ones that say level 10, level 20, level 30, they're all resources that come from your other professions. You can buy some, as I say, in the traders, the one in PE, and if you have VIP, you can pull a profession trade from there if you're a certain level, so you can grab them from there. These resources, again, are available on the AH also. They do increase in price quite a lot during Siege, unfortunately. So it's best to get a hold on this before Siege starts and start stocking up on items. This is the way that most of us make our defence supplies. And obviously we'll go through what you can do with defence supplies after we've shown you this. Now, I just use minor injury kits and greater injury kits. They're not that much gold. I've always got some gold kicking about in my bank. I haven't got much on my toon right now, but I do have a stock in my bank. So, as I say, hit that. You can repeat them each day, keep them rolling, do them on all your toons. That's the best way to do it. You can also choose different ones out of any of your workers that you have to do the tasks. Obviously, dependent on the quality of your workers, what bonuses they have, you can gain extra defence supplies, you can cut your time of crafting down. I think the fastest I can do one of my professions is about just short of 3 hours. So I tend to go with those. I choose the fastest ones, along with the highest tool I can for the more guaranteed result. You generally do get something out of this, no matter what tool or what worker you use. But the faster you can make them, the more you're going to make. Okay, so we've crafted all our defence supplies. There we go, that's what I've amassed today. What I tend to do is I will make some over a few days. Every few days I will go and hand them in. Until then, I make them on all my toons, I pop some in the bank, I grab them all on one toon. I find it easier to do that, although you can pull them onto any toons that you need. And then I go and hand them all on that one toon. So the guy we need to go and see now is called the Siege Defence Master. He is in front of the market. He's quite easy to find, dude with the chest at the side of him. And there is a certain best way to do this that we consider. You can hand in 1 supply at a time, you can hand in 6 defence supplies at a time, or you can hand in 12. If you hand in 12 in one go, you will get the most out of Dragoncult insignias and the most medals of heroism, which again are both currencies we've seen in the store. So I'm going to go ahead now. I'm going to hand in all my defence supplies until I cannot hand in 12. So if you're handing in many at once, like I tend to do, it's always wise to keep a check on how many medals of heroism you have. Medals of heroism cap out. You can only carry 500 at once. If you carry on handing in supplies after you've capped out, you will not get any more medals of heroism. So keep a check on that. Your dragon insignias, as you can see, stack to 5,000 each, and as long as you've got room in your riches, you can carry as many of them as you've got room for. But just keep an eye on your medals of heroism. If you do cap out, go and buy a few packs from the vendor, come back and carry on handing in your supplies. So as you can see, we cannot hand in 12 supplies anymore. So what I do is save up until I have more stacks of 12. As I said before, you will get a lot more out of it doing it that way. So we're going to take a trip to the vendor, and we're going to now spend some medals of heroism. The things that I tend to buy the most, I will show you in a second when I get the right menu up. Right, the Stronghold support rewards, I'm going to go ahead and buy one of those because I'm still building a guild. I want the vouchers. I'll show you the Defenders pack and the Scavengers pack as well. So here's the Stronghold support reward packs. In here you get a choice of 3 vouchers. You can either have influence, surplus equipment, or gems. And most guilds nowadays are full of surplus equipment. I'm going for the influence vouchers. Then there's the scavenger pack. You can see what's in that if you want to press pause. It is an RNG drop, and I've just got 3 more packs of Stronghold support rewards, so that's saved me some currency there. Again, I'm going for the influence vouchers. And last but not least, the Defenders pack. As I said, there is a chance here. They are RNG packs. And I have been lucky enough to drop the Epic Companion. They don't drop in everyone. It's quite a common drop. You will always generally get a die pack too, things like that. So they're the 3 most common things to buy. As for the rest of it, it's up to you what you want to buy. So that's it, guys. That is our guide to Stronghold Siege 2020. As I said at the beginning of the video, on the roadmap for next year, it does look like there's going to be a rework to the event. So this video will only apply to this year for now, this particular event. We will update it, obviously, when the changes go through. And I hope you've really enjoyed it and you tune again soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.